Of aorta ascendens, which goes from the left ventricle. It goes upwards and located at the left side. See? Descends downwards and surround the bifurcation of trachea and esophagus. At the upper side, to the left of the esophagus, here in back of the esophagus, to the right of esophagus. Then it goes to the diaphragm. Aortic arches here gives three branches. The first largest branch goes to the right, two branches go to the left. To the right, truncus brachiocephalicus goes, which gives two terminal branches. Arteria carotis communis dextra and arteria subclavia dextra. To the left, we have two branches. Arteria subclavia sinistra and arteria carotis communis sinistra and arteria subclavia sinistra. Understand? Carotis communis goes to the head, subclavian artery goes to the upper extremity. At the left side, both start from the aortic arch. To the right, they start from truncus brachiocephalicus. In the embryonic period, that two vessels were same, to the right and to the left. But the left one is enlarged, and the right side, no. That's why nervus, you remember, laryngeus recurrens surrounds right subclavian artery at the right side and the left and the aortic arch at the left side. Understand? So, arteria carotis communis is present on the neck, at the lateral side of the pharynx, trachea, pharynx, larynx. In trigonum caroticum, it gives two terminal branches: arteria carotis externa in front and arteria carotis interna in back. You have to know arteria carotis externa. Yeah. It supplies everything out the cavity of the brain. Three types of branches in this artery: anterior branches, posterior branches, medial branch, and terminal branches. Anterior branches: arteria thyroides superior, arteria lingualis, arteria facialis. Arteria thyroides superior descends downwards to the thyroid gland. It gives also arteria laryngea superior, which penetrates membrana thyroidoidea, together with nervus laryngeus superior, the branch of the nervus vagus. Arteria lingualis, it goes to trigonum linguale, between nervus hypoglossus, musculus mylohyoidus and musculus digastricus. Goes to the tongue and supplies it. Given also arteria dorsalis lingua, which goes to dorsum lingua, and arteria profunda lingua. Yeah. Additionally, it gives the branch to os hyoidum, arteria suprahyoida. But arteria thyroidein superior gives arteria infrahyoida. Arteria facialis goes to the face. In this region, it supplies tonsils and the pharynx. Arteria palatina ascendens, ramus tonsillaris. See? In this place, they penetrate the pharyngeal muscle, constrictor pharyngeus superior. Here, in this arteria submentalis. But the main trunk of this artery goes to this direction, to the medial angle of the eye, and its terminal branch named arteria angularis, connected with arteria dorsalis nasi from arteria carotis inter. So, also it supplies lips, arteria labialis inferior and superior. So, posterior branches: arteria occipitalis, to the occipital region, penetrates sternocleidomastoides, and arteria auricularis posterior, to the auricular externa, in the back of it. Arteria auricularis posterior also gives arteria tympanica posterior to the tympanic cavity. The medial branch, named arteria pharyngeal ascendens here, it supplies muscles of the pharynx, and also it penetrates the skull and gives arteria tympanica inferior. Okay. Terminal branches. There are two ones. Arteria temporalis superficialis and arteria maxillaris. Temporalis superficialis is an artery which supplies the whole temporal region. It gives an anastomotic branch to the arteria occipitalis. It also anastomoted with arteria frontalis, arteria supraorbitalis in the frontal region. And also it gives arteria transversa faciae, which goes along the duct of parotid gland, and anastomoted with arteria facialis. You see that this artery is dissected in this chart. The largest branch is arteria maxillaris here. Give many branches. Consists of 3 segments. The first division, on the level of mandibula, named pars mandibularis. Second, in the infratemporal region, arteria pars infratemporalis, or pars pterygoide. And the fossa pterygopalatina gives pars pterygopalatinus. So, first segment. On the level of mandible, and gives branches. Arteria auricularis profunda, to the auricular concha. Arteria tympanica anterior, to the tympanic cavity. Next, arteria meningea media, which goes to foramen spinosum, and it's surrounded with 2 roots of nervus auriculotemporalis. You remember it? Auriculotemporalis is a branch of nervus trigeminus. So, it goes to the meningea media, goes to the cavity of the skull, lies in the corresponding groove, sulcus arteria meningea media, this one, and supplies all the middle cranial fossa meninges. It also gives the branch, penetrates superior wall of the tympanic cavity, tegment tympani, named arteria tympanica superior. So, also, we have 4 vessels which supply the tympanic cavity already. Tympanica superior goes from meningea media, tympanica anterior directly from arteria maxillaris, tympanica inferior from pharyngea ascendens, and tympanica posterior from auricularis posterior. The next segment, pars pterygoide. Oh, sorry, I forget. The first segment gives also arteria alveolaris inferior. Together with nervus alveolaris inferior supplies inferior jaw, all teeth. So, second segment, pterygoide. Pars pterygoide gives branches to muscles of mastication. Arteria temporalis profundi, musculus temporalis. Arteria masseterica, musculus masseter. Arteria pterygoide, musculus pterygoides lateralis and medialis. Okay, the terminal segment is pars pterygopalatina, and now you have to remember communications of fossa pterygopalatina. So, the first, without foramen rotundum, all other communications contains vessels. First, foramen sphenopalatinum, arteria sphenopalatina to the nasal cavity. It also gives arteria canalis pterygoide to canalis pterygoides. Arteria palatina descendens goes to canalis palatina